Every year, more than 40 billion Oreo cookies are produced and consumed worldwide. That means that every second, more than 1,200 Oreos are devoured somewhere on the planet. With annual revenue exceeding $3 billion, this cookie is not just a snack. It's the best-selling cookie of the 21st century, a true phenomenon in more than 100 countries. But do you know how it's made? Watch this video to see every stage of Oreo production, from mixing the raw ingredients to the final packaging. Everything starts, as with any recipe, with the ingredients. The Oreo manufacturing process is divided into two parallel production lines that meet at the end: the production of the chocolate cookie and the production of the cream. Let's start with the cookie, the darkest and most mysterious part of the cookie. The main ingredients are wheat flour, sugar, a bit of salt, vegetable oil, and the most important for the characteristic color and flavor, cocoa powder. But it's not just any cocoa. The secret to the almost black color of Oreo is the use of highly alkalized cocoa powder, also known as Dutch processed cocoa. In this process, the cocoa beans are washed with an alkaline solution, such as potassium carbonate. This neutralizes the natural acidity of the cocoa, drastically darkening its color and making it almost black. And it smooths out its flavor, removing some of the bitterness. It's this chemistry that gives the Oreo cookie its visual identity and deep, less acidic chocolate flavor. In these tanks, the powders are mixed with water and vegetable oil. The machine works for a predetermined time, with powerful paddles that spin and stir the mixture until it turns into a dense, dark, and homogeneous chocolate dough. The consistency here is fundamental for the next steps. With the dough ready, the challenge begins. The challenge of turning it into millions of thin and identical discs. The dark dough is poured onto a long conveyor belt, beginning its journey along the production line. It goes through a series of sheeting rollers. These are heavy metal cylinders that press the dough repeatedly. Now comes the magic part of the design. This sheet of dough passes under a huge cylinder called a rotary mold. This cylinder is engraved with hundreds of molds of the Oreo design. As it rolls over the dough, it does two things at the same time. First, it prints the iconic raised pattern on the surface of the dough. Second, it cuts the perfect circles that will become the future cookies. If you look closely at an Oreo cookie, you'll see small holes in it. These holes, called Docker holes, are made at this stage and have a very important function. They allow steam and air to escape during baking, preventing the cookie from puffing up, forming bubbles, or breaking. It's an engineering detail that ensures the flat and crispy texture, what's left of the dough sheet after the discs are cut out. This excess is automatically collected by a suction system or conveyor belts and taken back to the beginning of the process to be mixed with new dough. Nothing is wasted. The raw dough discs, already with their design, move in perfect rows on a metal conveyor belt, which takes them to the next crucial stage, the oven. And it's not just any oven. We're talking about a tunnel-type industrial oven, which can be more than 100 meters long. The cookies enter at one end and travel slowly through different heating zones. The temperature and baking time are strictly controlled by computer. The intense heat, which can reach over 200 degrees Celsius, bakes the dough quickly, removing moisture and developing the crunchy texture we know. The journey through the hot tunnel lasts only a few minutes, but it's the exact time needed to ensure that each cookie comes out perfectly baked, neither raw nor burnt. When they come out the other side of the oven, the cookies are extremely hot. They continue their journey on another conveyor belt, this time a cooling belt, which can be as long as the oven itself. Let them cool completely before adding the cream. If the filling were applied to the hot cookie, it would melt and run off, ruining the product. While the cookies are being mixed, shaped, baked, and cooled, another production line is working in parallel to create the famous white filling. Oreo cream isn't a dairy cream, like whipped cream or buttercream. Its base is actually quite simple. Powdered sugar, which is sugar ground into an extremely fine powder, mixed with vegetable oil. The oil most commonly associated with large-scale production is palm oil due to its texture, which stays solid at room temperature, and its cost. These two main ingredients are pumped into another industrial mixer. A touch of flavor is added to them, usually a vanilla essence, which gives the sweet aroma and taste. The mixer paddles spin until the mixture turns into a white, smooth, thick paste with the ideal consistency to be applied to the cookie. The texture needs to be firm enough not to run, but soft enough to be pleasant when you bite into it. With the dark cookies completely cooled and the white cream ready, we reach the climax of production, the moment when the Oreo finally becomes a sandwich. The cooled cookies are arranged by machines in perfect rows on a conveyor belt. A mechanical system flips half of the cookies, leaving those with the smooth side facing up. They then pass under the filling machine, or depositor. It's a high-precision piece of equipment. In a fast, synchronized motion, the machine deposits an exact amount of white cream in the center of each base cookie. The amount of filling is controlled by volume or by weight to ensure that all Oreos have the same proportion of cookie and cream. Immediately after receiving the filling, these base cookies continue on the conveyor belt and meet another belt that runs above them. On this upper conveyor belt come the cookies that will be the tops, already perfectly aligned with the bases. A gentle mechanical touch presses the top onto the cream, sealing the sandwich and spreading the filling to the edges without it leaking out. All of this happens at an impressive speed. Hundreds or even thousands of Oreos are assembled every minute. The process isn't over yet. Before being packaged, the cookies go through a rigorous automated quality control. Once they pass quality control, the Oreos are ready for packaging. Machines called stackers group the cookies in the exact quantity for each type of package. These stacks are then fed into the packaging machine. A roll of plastic printed with the Oreo brand wraps around the stacks of cookies, forming the familiar tube-shaped package. The machine then seals the ends with heat, creating an airtight package that protects the cookies from moisture and air, keeping them crunchy. These tubular packages move along another conveyor belt, where they are grouped and mechanically inserted into the cardboard boxes we see in the movies. And that was today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.